The third lesson in Unit 3 and the last lesson in the first 9 weeks is matching equations in real-world scenarios. To complete this lesson, you will need a hard copy of the student page and possibly a calculator. In this lesson, students will be matching real-world scenarios to equations and solving multi-step equations. You're going to want to make sure prior to this lesson that your students have had some practice solving the multi-step equations that include having fraction coefficients. I have done this lesson individually and I've done it with partners, and it's usually more successful. This is a challenging lesson. The equations are not that simple, and having a partner has been more successful. When I look at this worksheet, there is an equation bank, and if you look at all of the numbers in the equation bank, the numbers are all the same. We did that intentionally to challenge our students. Now, I have modified this lesson to create a card sort using business cards that helps the students focus first on matching the correct equation to the scenarios. I've taken it a step further because in this class you're going to be using a Desmos card sort to complete that activity and then go back and solve the equations. You're going to want to make sure your students label their solutions, because sometimes they'll get a crazy answer that just does not fit the scenario. For example, you cannot have 7.5 baseball cards. That just does not make sense. So labeling the solution sometimes helps your students with that check. As an extension, there are 2 extra equations that are not matched, and you could challenge students who get done ahead of time to go ahead and try to write some scenarios that would actually match that equation. Okay, so here's what you're going to do today in training. You're going to go to Desmos at studentdesmos.com and use this class code to get into the card sort. When you are done with the card sort, then on the worksheet, please solve the equations now that you've matched them. And when you're done, upload that worksheet to Canvas.